May 13, 2018. As the curtain has drawn on yet another Premier League season, Jose Mourinho and Manchester United will ultimately be quite happy with the way this season has gone after a few years of uncertainty and fighting for just a top 4 place. But the United boss will already have eyes fixed on next season and what he and the club need to do to get closer to Manchester City and really challenge for the title. This season's second-place finish marked a real milestone for the club in the post-Ferguson era, and although it has been almost 5 years since the United legend retired from football, the club is still trying to rebuild and find its style. This year it finally seemed, at times, that the Reds were back amongst the country's elite and going to challenge for the title. After the final game against Watford, Mourinho said, "This is the best position for 5 years, and we have a huge amount of points which would normally give a fight for the title. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, and although we finished second, and still have the FA Cup final to go, there is still a long way to go and a lot of changes needed to once again be champions. But what do United need?" Up until the last few weeks, it seemed that the forward line was something that was a real positive this season, but the unfortunate injury to Romelu Lukaku that taught us that we are severely short up front and the players we have to replace the Belgian are not good enough. If we are going to really challenge for the title as well as go well in other competitions, a quality second striker is a must, but who we get is another question, because strikers of Lukaku's ilk will demand upwards of £100 million in today's market. Although United kept 19 clean sheets this season, the most of any team in the Premier League, much of that statistic was down to the quality of David De Gea, not because of, and at times, unsteady defense. The Reds undoubtedly need a new centre-back to go alongside Eric Bailly, who will hopefully remain fit next season. As well as a new centre-back, United need to find 2 full-backs who are actually full-backs. Ashley Young has done brilliantly as a makeshift left-back this season, and Antonio Valencia was probably the best right-back in the league this season, but both are not natural full-backs. It is an area Mourinho needs to seriously revise. To get the best out of Paul Pogba, which United are going to need to do to challenge next season, he needs to allow to roam and not be too disciplined, and another holding midfielder will allow him to do this. The Reds need someone to go in and sit beside Matic so Pogba needn't worry about tracking back as much in defending. That's where Juventus got the best out of him, and that's the player United shelled out over £89 million for, so let's not let him go to waste. There are a few key areas where United need to strengthen this summer to be a real contender for the title next season. This season showed real potential, and with a couple of significant signings they could really go even closer next season, and who knows, even end up as champions. Related.